warm welcome to one and all on this Saturday morning on 13th of April 2024. And I'm so pleased because I can take you to Water's Edge. Yes, the Irish Sea on its way out now, which has enabled myself to take you right to the edge of this Irish Sea. It is from here that I would like to introduce my video, which will be uploaded to YouTube tomorrow morning on the Sunday. There's the North Pier there. Now, thank you to all my viewers and also to one and all who will appear in this video on Saturday, the 13th of April. Thank you all very, very much. So, without any more to do, here is your weekly video, and I will see you all at the end. Bye-bye. The build of the Works and Pensions Office, Thursday, April the 11th. And from the view of Gate 3, I'm thrilled to show you and tell you that this part of the build only now requires the placing of 10 panels of glass. That's all now that is required on this build relating to the placing of glass. Now we're going to turn the corner, as you can see, and we are now at a very well-known view now of this Works and Pensions Office. I'm going to walk you along. The emphasis, after I've showed you this clip here, look, we're all glassed up here, so I'm going to return to ground level because this is where the work now takes place. And the work involves the placing of all utility cables and the electric cables. And of course, the part closest to the panelling to be lowered. Here we are. I can show you this here. Now this area here that you're looking at with all the water around it, there's been a lot of rain. This is for the utilities, including social media cables. There we are, that trench there, the trench closest to us is for utilities. There is another trench that I will show you, hopefully, the other side of this, and this is solely for the electric cables. So as we move along now, this well-known area now, we're going to come along and see this very much liked piece of plant machinery. It is a vacuum pump. It does marvellous work. There it is there, the blue-coloured vacuum cleaner. And there we are. There's the mounds of earth that this machine is able to do. A vacuum excavator. That's its proper title. And we're going to come and see now that other trench. You can see the tradesmen looking down at it and in it. Well, they're inspecting this area now for the laying of electric cables. Marvellous progress here because both the trenches have been made. The nearest one for utilities, including social media cables, and the other one for electric. We're going to walk around the corner here. There we are. A quick look back at where we've come from. And now we can see this fairly long area now, beautifully laid flat, and the area closest to the panelling for the flowers and the plants. This is going to look very impressive indeed. We are now going to see this circular area here. Oh look, just point out there's a hoist on the move up there. And now our first view of this end circular area fully glassed up. Look at that. Every pane of glass inserted. It looks impressive because this is the actual entrance of the pensions office. We have moved on now, and these views will be from gate 1. Lots going on here today. Lots of tradesmen, lots of plant machinery, including that vehicle there that's brought 2 pieces of equipment needed. They'll be going to the top of the roof. A look at the facade here. All now over 95% fully glassed up, and a view of that circular area there at the end, again fully glassed up, looking very impressive. So with a view now at ground level, looking into all these contractors. Oh look, there's that telehandler there that we know so well. And so with a view of looking at that telehandler, and I think we can catch a view of a yellow mobile crane. Yes, we can. It's down the bottom there. With that view of that yellow mobile crane, that will complete our visit today to the impressive build of the pensions office.
Just walking briefly around the corner, and we are now outside our next venue, which is the Holiday Inn and Marco Pierre White's restaurants, which will be operating from within along 5 other units. I'm told 2 of those units have already been spoken for, and this hotel and all inside opens up on May the 1st. Now, as you can see, all the barriers are still up there.
Oh yes, the barriers. Yes, they are, as I've already said, have been replaced here. So I'm going to cross the road and hopefully show one and all what is going on. Just let me cross this road safely. There we are. We're over it now. And this week I can simply show you what is happening the other side of the barriers. The block paving is being taken up and replaced. Yes, a lot has been already done. It's all under control here. And we move on now to a view of what will be a giant car park. Again, everything under control here, no problems at all, just a few little jobs left to do previous to tarmacking. And what's this coming along here? It's an, oh, well, this is great because we've seen one vacuum excavator, and look at this. Another one is coming into view, another vacuum excavator. And there we are. That's about now to do its duties here. And I think we can see, yes, we can see the start of it here. So what we're going to do is we're going to let these contractors carry on with the work with this excavator, and we leave them in their capable hands of this build of the car park at the Holiday Inn. We'll see everybody next week.
It's Saturday morning now, and I'm ever so pleased with this. Look, there's one of the entrances of the Winter Gardens that we know very well. Now here, this is their very first day of opening. It is Elmer's headquarters. And inside now, there's a young lady, there's lots of members from this charity. Now I'm going to hand you over to this young lady here, who's a member of the team, amongst all the others. Look, there they are, and away from this one as well. Thank you very much. So I'm going to hand the video over now to this young lady who's going to walk us around this shop.
Oh, okay. So this is the dedicated HQ for Elmer's Big Parade Blackpool. It's where you can collect some of the young scout sculptures, but it's also where you can get some brilliant trail and Elmer merchandise, all supporting Brian House Children's Hospice. So as you come in, you've got our young patchwork Elmer here. You can actually win this in our raffle, so you can take it home if you're one of our lucky raffle winners. The draw will be on the 27th of June. And we have our jazzy sculpture in the window there, which you can collect as part of the trail for rewards. We've got Elmer books on sale.
And then if you want to put in the
And lots and lots of trail merchandise and Elmer merchandise, all for sale.
and there's your rock.
Some finger puppets and plush teddies.
No, it's all right. Keep going.
Little finger puppet here. Big hit, children, young, up to the age of adults.
And the code for that is 8737.
We've got some branded chocolates which are absolutely delicious, which you can buy. And today, if you come in and buy a box of chocolates, you can also get a coin for just £2.50. Some paint your own sculptures.
Thank you so much.
And some already painted sculptures.
Just put the code in, and so that's for your rock.
Just watch the step as you come down. And we've got lots of colouring books, lots of stickers, equipment, some little key rings branded for the trail. We've got wrapping paper, birthday cards. Some more special books for, again, all sorts of children. Bedtime cardboard box, books. And here are other sculptures to be collected as part of the trail. This one's been painted by patients who use our Living Well services in the Linden Centre. And this one has been painted by the children and siblings of Brian House Children's Hospice, so a very, very special Elmer here. Don't forget, tote bags. If you buy in loads of merchandise, you'll need a bag to take them home in. And all sorts of wonderful things to help you remember your journey on Elmer's Big Parade Blackpool.
You've been absolutely marvellous. You really have. I just met you 40 seconds ago and you come over lovely. Thank you for helping
thank
this.
you so much.
I wish everybody here and the charity all the very best.
Thank you.
And all your lovely Elmer's elephants as well. Thank you.
Bye.
I'm outside the wedding chapel now and the tourist information centre. And look who we have here. Yes, we have an Elmer, the rainbow Elmer. Now, he is one of the elephants taking part on this trail. Oh yes, there's lots and lots of these elephants all around and in the town. And also inside this tourist information centre, they are helping as well, because there's some little souvenirs here that you can have. Oh look, I wonder if this lady will hold this map up for me. Oh look, there we are, you can purchase a map. There we are, that's the map of the trail for Elmer. Thank you very much, young lady. Thank you, you're very kind. And here we are, here's all the souvenirs that you can purchase, because as I said, everyone is going overboard to help this wonderful Elmer's Big Parade for Brian House.
a view of the North Pier on this very, very windy morning on the Saturday. And we are very fortunate enough today to view a training exercise by the Lancashire Fire and Rescue Service. Here they are, a great bunch of lads which look after the whole of the Fylde coast. They do a marvellous job. And we see in front the first of these team members who will climb down this ladder, which goes right the way down to the beach. This can often be seen here because it's a wonderful training ground. So I'm going to thank the officer very much for allowing myself to make this video. It's a fierce wind here today. Yes, he's safely on now, and he will start his climb down this ladder. Many thanks to this crew for allowing the video. All the very best to you, and thank you for looking after one and all. Prior to leaving this area here, I'm just going to show you the two vehicles of the fire and rescue team. Here we are. This is where all the hoses are placed. Using the back of that vehicle that we've just seen, I notice directly adjacent to that there's a row of coaches, etc. So let's go and find out what's going on. Ah yes, in front I can see rows of coaches. I did not know this was on.
I thought you would like to see this. It is called The Last Stop. It is a unique mobile bar which is available to hire. There's the telephone number. It's a lovely old Bedford. A beautiful vehicle, absolutely superb, a lovely Bedford. Now I've asked if I can just step up into the vehicle and they said it's okay, so I'm going to take you in and look. This is where you would serve your customers. Look, that window open there. So I'm just going to go up the platform here. There we are. There's all the drinks, and there's all the kegs there, and a quick view of the steering wheel, and look at the panels here, look, and the seating. So this is the outside and the inside of The Last Stop. A lovely vehicle, a Bedford vehicle. Of course, this is in fact the UK Coach Rally, which is taking place this Saturday morning. And there's the coaches there, all lined up, waiting to take part in this course here. There's lots of little obstacles that they've got to drive in and around. Drivers have all been chosen because they represent the companies that you see on the coach. The best of the drivers from these companies. Quickly add, they're all good drivers.
Some of our team here today, UK Coach Rally is a gathering of many experts from our industry. People who have been respected from not just the operators but from support organisations within our industry, both the trade associations that support our industry and also other organisations. I can see before me at the moment Murray Oliver, who's well known as one of our legal supporters of the industry. We have many specialist lawyers that help our operators over the years, and Murray's a regular face at the rally here, and indeed sometimes comes here in his role as a driver as well, because Murray doesn't just support people as a legal expert, but also he gets behind the wheel, not just of coaches actually, but Murray does all sorts of things as well. He's a bit of a motor racing fan as well, and he spends time on the Isle of Man just behind me out over to the west of where I am now. So nice to see you here today, Murray. Say hello to everybody, a big wave to everybody from Murray. There we go. Hard right lock on there, and they need to get themselves between the two coloured posts you can see, the two chevron marked posts that you can see there, and obviously that's the area that we'll be looking at. The marshals will be looking at the distances that they are from those posts, and we hope that they're not going to touch or demolish one of the posts going in there through that, simulating a narrow gap that they might need to get into, perhaps in a parking area somewhere, in a hotel somewhere, or a coach park somewhere, or just to get into a location that they might be serving as part of their coach tour or their coach trip. For example, many youth groups have to go to places like farmyards and historic locations where to fill up now with marshals taking their positions at the various exercises on their way through. You can see in some cases they've got their rulers with them, their measuring sticks with them to check the location of the coach where it comes to stand in the various exercises as they go through. So it'll be interesting to see how they perform. Of course, coaches are all different shapes and sizes, and of the 5 coaches on the ramp at the moment, we've got 4 that are dual axle, but the Acklam's coach that you can see at the top of the ramp is a triaxle coach, so bigger than the others, and that's going to be a challenge when it comes to getting onto the bullseye. So it'll be interesting to see how our driver from Acklam's this morning, who I believe is Jack Sharp this morning in his Irizar, and not wondering why things look different to the way they are in your brochure. I'm told that when the vehicles undertake the first exercise coming off the ramp and do their hard right round through the width restriction there, although your diagrams suggest that they will reverse back through the width restriction once they've gone through it in order to get into the garage, I'm told that they will not be doing that. They will actually be coming back round in order to get into the garage without coming through that width restriction. So wonderful, it's banned from the exercises here. So off we go. Go Goodwin's number 1 in the event this week, driven by Gregory Bold, and he's driving a Temsa HD12, the Turkish manufacturer Temsa, which has gained in popularity in recent years. So round Gregory goes through the width restriction there to get between those 2 chevron marked posts there, and to drive forward to the tyre stop ahead of the vehicle there. There we are, he's heading through, made a good job of that. No posts over, so that's a relief there. He goes round to the tyre stop, and the marshal's at the top end there once he comes to a halt. There we are, up goes the green flag, and now Gregory will now reverse his vehicle round to come back round into the garage. Adjacent to me here you'll see the garage with the 2 green flags at the front of the red barriers now, and as I said earlier on, we're not expecting them to come through the yellow markers. They're now reversing round, as you can see here, to get themselves into position to go into what we call the garage. And the idea is not only to get into the width of the garage, but also to make sure that we position ourselves in such a way that we don't hit the far end of the garage and knock it down. So let's see how Gregory does now with his Temsa, his Go Goodwin's Temsa. Go Goodwin's, incidentally, now based in North Wales, near Mostyn in North Wales, on the other side of the Wirral Peninsula there. And I'll keep quiet while he gently nudges in. Reversing lights off, and there are our marshals now measuring the distance from the rear of the coach to the back of the garage now to see how he's done there. Okay, and there's the flag to tell him to go and head away to the next obstacle. So now he's going to make a very hard right turn to position himself facing south and to go round the next obstacle, which is the line of cones that you can see with the red flag on the end of it. He has to go round those cones, but then he's got to bring himself back round again in order to position himself to go over the bullseye that you can see has been marked on the ground ahead of that line of cones there. So getting these vehicles round and manoeuvred with their steering locks can be quite interesting. And as you can imagine, the longer vehicles, particularly those that are of the maximum length for a British coach, can sometimes find things a little bit interesting. And Gregory very proudly displaying previous trophies from Go Goodwin's entrance into the rally, which is nice to see. And he's going to have to make sure he doesn't knock those trophies over in his driving there, so he's got to go steady. There he goes, over the bullseye now, and he's positioning himself over the bullseye, and he's now manoeuvring himself to go through the bridge. Those two large plastic obstacles there that form what we call the bridge. A narrow bridge. You can imagine the abutments on a bridge over perhaps a stream or a river out in the British countryside where perhaps a coach tour might be taking visitors to the UK. And we've got plenty of those in the UK, I can promise you.
There we are, so we must move on now. Wonderful driving from that driver there in that coach. We move on now, and I do hope you've enjoyed this. And on the way out from these coaches, etc., just going to show you this one here, a lovely vehicle from Temsa. Route 23 of Blackpool. A most interesting vehicle.
And yes, we are now in Bloom's Bar to close this video down. Now, first of all, I would like to show you this group of lovely ladies here today who are enjoying themselves very much at the end of the North Pier in Bloom's Bar. Thank you, ladies, to you all for allowing myself to make this video and include your good selves in it. You have a great time. Thank you again very, very much. Now, moving to one of the many windows in Bloom's Bar, I would like to show you this view of the Irish Sea and the waves looking through one of their many, many windows here. There's a view of Blackpool Tower as well, and the promenade, and a view of this Irish Sea today. And it is from here that I'd like to thank one and all for viewing, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye, thanks for everything, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.